What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications to get all of my content and all of my videos. Now, last night, if I'm pretty sure that all of y'all have heard by now about the Minnesota Timberwolves game, uh, and it was pretty much a wild game last night. It was everything that everybody could have hoped for. Um, the Timberwolves defeated the Clippers, led by a combination of both uh, Anthony Edwards and D'Lo. I felt like the most important player was D'Lo, and in terms of impact, it was Anthony Edwards, and I'm gonna talk about them in just a second. But as you know, what went on was a lady who was protesting decided to go ahead and attempt to uh, glue herself on the floor, protesting, and this was as when Jared Vanderbilt was about to take, do his free throw shots, and a woman just came onto the court and just refused to remove, to get up or whatnot. It's a couple things that we could look at, right? And I'm gonna get to the game in just a second. But if that, what if that was a black? Instead of it being a Karen, what if that was a black person? They would not have lived that down. Just like they're not living down what Will Smith did. What's up with it, y'all? I see y'all in the building. What's up with it, True Viking Queen? I see you in the building. And what's up with it, Alex? I see you in the building. Um, and Alex, I owe you, Alex. My bad, brother. I got tied up yesterday. I said I was going to talk about Golden State. I am going to talk about them um, right after this, man. Okay, I had a lot of things going. Okay, so bear with me, man. I hadn't forgot about the Golden State uh, video that I'm gonna do. But let that have been a black person, right? Man, yeah, fuck viral. Shit, they'd have been saying everything. You cannot do that during an NBA game. They would have been saying everything that they could to try to diminish him. What? How could you? Oh, but she protested. Now if we would have did something like that, how are you gonna do that? Or, you know, me myself personally, I'm gonna be real with you. It's like everything. So much stuff happens right now that's out of the ordinary. Now I understand stupid, idiotic fans and stuff like that that just want to get attention and stuff like that. Because I mean, she is going viral. I felt like, in a way, in a little bit, it was kind of a setup. But I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh man, Polo, you capping" and stuff like that. But I'm just like, okay, well, look, everybody's attention now is on Minnesota, just like it was. Their attention was on Minnesota for George Floyd, Minneapolis or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I look at it, like that. But I'm not trying to go down that road. But I mean, Yeah, they would have made a scene or whatever. They wouldn't have politely tried to help because even Patrick Beverly was trying, trying to be a model citizen and trying to help her up. And Patrick Beverly is a savage on the court, and he's savage anyways, being that he from the South Side of Chicago or whatever. But I mean, we could call this the glue game, uh, the glue gate, whatever the hell you want to call it, man. I mean, you, you know, it, my feelings about it or whatever is while I'm not surprised, you know, I can I could just imagine if the person was black. It's just like when the Karen when she smacked the shit out of a brother at the Steelers game, and they never said anything. They never said anything about it. They made it seem like as if though the guy was causing a ruckus, but she hit him first. That was at the Steelers game. She just said Walker slapped him, but you know he could have really. He actually could have killed her if you really want to be honest. If he all he needed to do was just mush her and push her down, and she would have fell. That would have been it. She could have should have killed herself. But anyways, man, I'm not trying to. I ain't trying to advocate violence on here or nothing like that, man. But it's just, man, situations like this, man, you got to really sit back and think to yourself, okay, the what ifs, and that's how I'm looking at things. What if that was not a Karen? What if that was a brother? Yeah, Steven, man, what's up with you, man? Dog, man, you left your boy hanging yesterday, bro. I listen, man. Our phones ain't perfect, man. I've been patient with your phone, man. You dipped up out of there on me yesterday, man. But it's all good, man. I was like, man, I knew Steven wasn't gonna wait for your boy, but I expected it, man. I appreciate it though. Thank you so much, man, for leaving me hanging yesterday. Appreciate it, Steven, man. You never seem to fail me, man. Okay, think about it, Steven. Okay, let me repeat that to you. I was trying to come back in. I went out for a minute. Okay? Let me repeat that, Steven. I went out for a minute. So that's why you could not hear me. You don't need to type all capital letters. Oh my God. Like, look, if you can't hear me, man, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong. Now with your goddamn phone, it's like y'all be getting on me, y'all can't hear me. Shit, with your motherfucking phone, Steven, man, your motherfucking shit be like Transformer 3000, goddamn. but see, listen, the difference between me and Stephen Green though is I stay with him. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I understand my brother's having problems. Nah, that nigga Steven would dip on your motherfucking ass. He will go. That motherfucker don't wait on nobody. He like, nah, well, fuck this, man, nigga, fuck Polo, shit, man. But see, I gotta sit around. I wait for a man. Can you hear me now? Yeah, brother, no problem. I'm trying to be humble about the shit. Nah, it's all good, Steven. I'm fucking with you, man. But all right, let's get to the game, man. Look, look. I was talking to my friend last night, man, and I told him that I kept telling everybody on here, if you listen to my lives, okay, I said that Anthony Edwards has made a huge change in his game from year one to year two. Last night, Anthony Edwards, even though D'Lo was he was very impactful, especially with his playmaking down the stretch. And I felt like he hit the more key shots. Um, I'm not a fan of his game. I'm not. That's not to say that he's trash or anything like that. I'm just not a fan of the way how he plays or whatever. But he played tremendous down the stretch or whatever. Uh, Carl Anthony Towns uh, didn't have his best game. He didn't have his best game because what the Clippers were able to do, especially they had, to be honest with you, the muscle inside, but it was a lot of Paul George in the perimeter that was going on too, with the combination of the defense too. Now Anthony Edwards, he started to kind of get to what he was doing uh, last year when he had first came in, which is taking ill-advised shots. He started to shot jack just a little bit, but whatever. But he made up for it in the end. But at the same token, he was on. I mean, he at one point I think he was shooting like 90% at one point, and could not miss. And see, last year you could you could tell from last year, man, like his shot was very inefficient. He was airballing. That shot that he took at the side of the basket or whatever, that's the type of stuff that he was doing. Just very inefficient. Like, what are you doing or whatever? Now, oh, you can't leave him open. You can't. You can't leave him open. Um, now, um, I think that D'Lo, he's gonna be a problem in the next series. What's up with it, Cap Cook? I see you in the building. He's gonna be a problem in the next series, but Carl Anthony Towns is gonna have to step up. Now the Grizzlies, I don't think that the Minnesota Timberwolves are gonna be able to keep up with the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies are a better defensive team, a way better defensive team. So that's how I feel about it. The Los Angeles Clippers, they got one more chance. Uh, they're gonna have to play better. Their problem isn't how they begin the game because you would have thought that the Clippers had the game in the bag, but uh, Minnesota stuck with it. I mean, these young guys are really playing. Minnesota is not the same old Minnesota that you could just walk over or sleep on and all that other stuff, or feel like you could just put them away at any given time. It's not like that with Minnesota anymore. They're really changing the culture. And look, if they lose, I'll give them props because they they got a future ahead of them. Anthony Edwards, man, dog, he could potentially be something great in the league. Because this guy right here, now you got to worry about his 3 pointer. But see, if you sit there like you see right here, you got one of the more physical defenders in the league. Yeah, of course, Patrick Beverly. He's bringing something out of all of them. He's bringing that dog out of pretty much all of them. But you see right here, it's like, okay, now you got to worry about his three ball. But guess what? You forget how hella athletic this motherfucker is, and he'll get to the rack and he will bang on you. I mean, Anthony Edwards is the type to jump over motherfuckers too. Now, let's not forget. But I like what I can see what he's doing with his game. He's starting to preserve himself. I guess he talked to a veteran or something, and they really were schooling him, letting him know, okay, look. take your time and everything. And he's learning. He's still got lot of ways to go though. He's still got a ways to go. Um, man, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, okay. Now, Stephen Green talking about Boston. You talking about Boston, right? Uh, Stephen Green, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Okay, the Celtics are not under that much pressure. It's Brooklyn that's under a lot of pressure. And let me explain to you why. Brooklyn did not. Okay, Kyrie played phenomenal and everything, but I had to look at that game again. I had to look at that game again, and what I noticed, I think I told one of the subs, is that Boston. I mean, I'm sorry about that. Brooklyn does not have an identity in the third. I mean, I'm sorry about that. In the fourth quarter, they don't have an identity, meaning that they don't know who really to go to in terms of, okay, who's gonna seal the deal, especially when you talk about the last, I would say, 6 to 7 minutes of the game. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's got to be the time when, because really, I already know the elephant in the room I'm talking about. Well, two elephants is KD and Kyrie. So that's when KD got to really, step in and say, okay, look, I got it. And I'm pretty sure that Kyrie wouldn't have no problem with that. I'm pretty sure he would not have no problem with that. But overall, man, it was a tremendous game. Uh, Now we got to look ahead as to what's going to happen with Minnesota and what's going to happen with uh, Memphis. And I just don't see them keeping up with Memphis because Memphis is so dangerous now. Could the rest factor kind of get to them? Yeah. Being that they're out and they haven't played for a minute and everything, then okay, then we could be looking at something like, okay, these guys have been sitting down for quite some time. It might take them a little bit to get going and stuff. Whereas Minnesota is already coming in, they're already ready to go and everything. But I'm taking Memphis in that game. I'm taking Memphis in that game. But yeah, Patrick Beverly, man, he's not getting much credit or whatever, but he pretty much has mentally, I think, has got into to them young boys, to them young men, I should say, and let them know what it takes to win. Because Patrick Beverly, listen, Patrick Beverly has played in big games. We fail to realize that he's been. I mean, he's always been in the playoffs. Whether it was with Houston, whether it was with the Clippers, he's always been in huge games. Now, of course, he ain't won the championship or anything, but I mean, he knows what it takes. He knows what it takes to win. From a defensive perspective, but he got to keep. Of course, he got to keep his cool. But I think he's starting to realize that. You said Patrick Beverly did better than Jimmy Butler. Well, I mean, now are you talking about like You talking about like overall? Like you talking about the fact that Jimmy Butler, when he went to Minnesota, Mike? I'm confused on that. I didn't understand that. Oh, the Timberwolves. Well, Jimmy Butler didn't really want to be there, man. You gotta understand that he didn't want to be there. He tried to motivate them guys the way that he knew how. Jimmy Butler is an old school type of mentality. So is Patrick Beverly. But I think with Jimmy Butler, it just wasn't going to work from the get. I think he was frustrated with a lot of stuff, anyways, going on in his personal life. But hey, he came over there and uh, Patrick Beverly has came over there, man, and they're definitely picking his brain. I think Anthony Edwards is responding to it the most, though. I mean, what's it called? Carl Anthony Towns is too, but Carl Anthony Towns could have played a little bit better yesterday, though. But I mean, nevertheless, they still got the win, but they are going to need Carl Anthony Towns. And look, I was wrong in that prediction. I was right in the prediction that Minnesota was going to win because I picked them to win, but I was wrong about Carl Anthony Towns having a having a sensational game. He didn't have a monster game like I thought he was going to have. Matter of fact, Anthony Edwards surprised the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you. He surprised me how I mean just how consistent he was shooting the ball, man. Like, but yeah, Anthony Edwards is gonna be dangerous. Now, is he gonna struggle in the playoff? Because he might not get some of the same looks that he did going from this game to the next. But D'Lo, you gotta like D'Lo, man. You say I thought the Clippers was going to win. Nah, I picked Minnesota. Nah, Mike, I picked Minnesota, man, because it's listen, Minnesota's a dangerous team. Mike, they're not the same team. Like, oh yeah, Minnesota are coming to town. That's gonna be easy work. No, no, buddy, absolutely not. And see, that's the problem. Nobody really pays attention to. I'm not saying you do, but they they don't really they're not taking Minnesota seriously. But I talked about go look at my videos. I've already talked about Minnesota and the culture change that's happening. What's up with it, Trudy King? I see you in the building. Um, everybody ready? Everybody ready for Boston and Brooklyn? I know Trudy King is. Oh, but yeah, man. Like I said, man, D'Lo was important. You said Jokic is better than Hakeem. Cut the cap, man. No, Florian, man. You just trolling, man. You trolling, bro. You said Jokic better. Like I like Jokic, and he should be the MVP this year, but he ain't better. Ain't better than no Hakeem. Who was gonna be the sleeper team? Nah, I actually said that what's it called was gonna be good. JMJ, Minnesota. Yeah, two MVP, but how many championship he got on his resume? None yet. Has he got out in the first round? None yet. Hakeem made it to the finals in his young career, and also Hakeem is one of only a handful of players to have a quadruple double. Quadruple double. Speaking of what's his name up in here, JMJ. think Hakeem did it twice, so you gotta stop the comparison with that. And on top of that, you tell me when Jokic is able to go back to back, that seals that deal on that argument. And has Jokic ever got a defensive player of the year and an MVP in the same season? Nope. Hakeem has. So you got to come stronger than that. Got to come stronger than that. I mean to the chat. Hold on, wait. Man, here you go with that old man. Look, a championship puts all that shit to rest. You could talk about all these numbers and analytics, all that shit you want to. Okay, that's great. But what are you doing? Is that what we doing? Just regular season? Because the last time I checked, this is the time that matters. Kawhi Leonard ain't got no MVPs in the regular season, but guess what he got? And you can do your research on that too if you want to, the King. I know you go. Oh no, you capping. No, look, he ain't got no regular season MVPs, but guess how many Finals MVPs he got? He got two Finals MVP. Y'all talk all this shit about oh man, with Jokic is MVP. I mean Embiid is wonderful. He playing great. Okay, what he gonna do in the playoffs? Oh man, James Harden, he great. Okay, what he gonna do in the playoffs? No, he's not. He's not better than Shaq, man. Maybe from a skill standpoint, I mean he's all right, up there and everything, but Shaq is can you slow down? You talking about a three times Finals MVP? You talking about a three-time Finals MVP? And on top of that, he he got to he they three-peated, bro. And on top of that, he got four rings, man. But I like Jokic. Don't get me wrong. He's carrying the load. He ain't got no. He got ain't got two superstars or two of the stars or whatever. But I'm not gonna say that he's better than one of the great big men to play in the game. Really, if you're gonna have that argument, you need to be comparing him to a guy like Wilt Chamberlain, and it definitely wouldn't be no comparison. Yeah, I know that, but listen, yeah, he's in the books, but Florent, you're looking at regular season accomplishments, brother. You looking at stats and numbers. You a stat head. That's what you are. You worried about stats. You're not worried about nothing. Affiliated with your team. It seems like. Let's see. Um, because he got put out. He got put out of the first round last year. Okay, we already talked about that, Florian. You keep saying the same old stuff, man. We already know if Dot don't get it done, that's gonna happen. We already know that if Dot don't get it done, that's not gonna happen. And what's it called? Okay, yeah, the bubble year. That bubble year. How many years? But Jokic he's gonna have to see more success in the playoffs. It's just like with Embiid. He's gonna have to see more success in the playoffs. He's gonna have to at least get to like a Eastern Conference Finals or a Finals, man. If we're gonna start talking about dominant big man, you know what I'm saying? You can't compare Jokic to Shaquille O'Neal because as bad as people want to put this stigma on Shaquille O'Neal about him being lazy and working himself into shape and all that other stuff. Hey, he got to a finals back in the early '90s with Penny. Yeah, exactly. I know, Florent. I know, but hey, look, they still count it. They still count the bubble. Everybody still count the bubble. Hey, they still count it, just like they count the championship. They count the Lakers championship. They they count. Just like True the King, man. He count the goddamn Celtics going to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying? They still count that shit. No, Shaq got three Finals MVPs, not regular season. I open the matchup is Utah versus Dallas. Who y'all picking? Man, come on, Steven. You already know, man. That's Dallas all day, man. Hey, Florent, man, you in love with the regular season, aren't you? You in love with the regular season. That nigga Florent, man, he love the regular season and shit. You said Robert is overrated in defense. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, True the King, I hope you in this bitch. I hope you witnessing this shit. Are you talking about Robert Williams? Robert Williams is not overrated in defense. Robert Williams was number one in in the defensive rankings. Oh, okay, okay. I'm about to say, bro. Woo, man, you better change that up. Yeah, Rudy Gobert. I mean, you know, if you're going by analytics, yeah. But I mean, if you're going by analytics, no. But in terms of him getting exposed, yeah, he gets exposed every year. Yeah, Rudy Gobert. I thought, but because you said Robert, I'm thinking you talk about Robert Williams. Yeah, nah, dog. Uh, see, Goat Mike. Shout out to Goat Mike. He talked about this, man. And everybody think that Rudy Gobert had got exposed just in the playoffs. He got exposed a long ass time ago. Y'all just now talking about that shit. And that was a good point that he made. If you go back and you go look at some of those games or whatever, they had figured that out. I guess nobody gonna hop in though, but hey man, I appreciate y'all pulling up. Like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications. I appreciate everybody, pulling up with your boy this morning. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. I'll get at you later.